You've probably heard this advice all your life. If you want to build muscle, eat eggs, chicken, or invest in expensive protein powders. It's been repeated so many times that most people take it as absolute truth. But what if I told you that this belief is more marketing than science? Here's the surprising secret. One of the most effective, affordable, and science-backed muscle-building foods isn't exotic, hard to find, or costly. It's sitting in your pantry right now. Beans. For less than $2, you can buy a bag of beans that yields over a dozen servings, each one packed with high-quality protein that your muscles can use. Especially important after the age of 60, when muscle loss accelerates. Now you might be asking, if beans are really that good, why aren't professional athletes relying on them instead of meat or supplements? That's a smart and logical question. The answer isn't that beans are always better than meat. It's that research shows they can deliver similar muscle-building results while offering added benefits that meat simply doesn't. Protection for your heart, digestive health support, and big savings for your wallet. For seniors in particular, those advantages are game-changing. But before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Leave a comment below with your city or country. I always enjoy seeing where everyone's watching from. It creates a sense of connection, no matter how far apart we may be. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wellness tips like these. You really don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's dig into the science. When most people think of protein, they picture meat. But here's the reality. One cooked cup of soybeans delivers 31 grams of protein, more than a standard 4-ounce chicken breast. Lentils provide about 18 grams per cup, while black beans and chickpeas contain around 15 grams. A common myth says that plant proteins are incomplete. That's a misunderstanding. When you pair beans with grains, like the classic rice and beans combination, you get all 9 essential amino acids in the right proportions, effectively matching the protein quality of meat. But beans don't stop at protein. They're like a nutritional multi-tool. Fiber, up to 15 grams per cup, feeding your gut microbiome, reducing inflammation and stabilizing blood sugar. Magnesium, nearly half your daily needs in a single cup, crucial for energy production and proper muscle contraction. Folate, about 70% of your daily requirement in black beans, essential for metabolizing protein and repairing cells. Some people, like my friend Jane, worry about lectins, naturally occurring compounds in beans that can be harmful if consumed raw. And he's right. Improperly prepared beans do contain lectins. But here's the reassuring part. Traditional cooking methods almost completely eliminate them. Research shows that soaking beans overnight, and especially pressure cooking, can reduce lectins by up to 90%, while also making protein and minerals more bioavailable. This is why cultures around the world have safely relied on beans for centuries. Properly prepared, beans are not only safe, but also an unparalleled muscle-building ally. After age 50, most people experience sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass at a rate of 0.5 to 1.5% per year. The culprit is something called anabolic resistance. Our muscles become less responsive to protein. While a 30-year-old may need just 20 grams of protein per meal to stimulate muscle growth, someone over 60 often requires 30 to 40 grams. This is where beans shine. A 2023 meta-analysis of over 800 older adults found that plant protein was just as effective as animal protein for supporting lean muscle growth. Another study using mung bean protein showed that nearly half the participants over 60 gained muscle mass after just 8 weeks, compared to only 7% in the control group. In nursing homes, residents with an average age of 85 who consumed soy protein daily not only gained lean mass, but also improved their walking speed, a direct marker of independence and quality of life. Soy is genetically modified and estrogenic. Are beans really safe? Here's the truth. Pesticide use and GMOs aren't unique to soy. Many conventional crops, including lentils, chickpeas, and black beans, can be treated with synthetic chemicals. If you're concerned, the best solution is to choose organic beans of all varieties. Products labeled with the USDA Organic Seal or Non-GMO Project Verified must meet strict standards that prohibit GMOs and most synthetic pesticides. And about soy being estrogenic, this is largely misunderstood. Soy contains isoflavones, plant compounds that can weakly mimic estrogen. But studies show they actually tend to support hormone balance and even reduce the risk of certain cancers in many cases, rather than cause harm. And if you'd rather avoid soy, you still have dozens of other beans: lentils, kidney beans, black beans, chickpeas, that provide the same muscle and health benefits. The bottom line? Beans aren't a second-class protein. They're an affordable, nutrient-packed powerhouse that can stand toe-to-toe with meat in building muscle, while giving you added benefits for your heart, gut, and long-term health. Especially after 60, they may be the smartest protein choice you can make. Now let's dive into the best beans for building muscle. While all beans are nutritious, some stand out as true champions when it comes to protein quality, convenience, and recovery benefits. 1. Lentils. Lentils are my #1 recommendation for seniors and athletes alike. Why? Because they combine high-quality nutrition with unbeatable convenience. A single cooked cup provides almost 18 grams of protein. But the real advantage is that lentils don't require soaking. They cook in just 20 to 30 minutes, making them one of the easiest legumes to prepare. Red lentils, in particular, break down into a creamy consistency, which makes them perfect for soups, stews, or even as a base for savory dips. Beyond protein, lentils are rich in iron and folate, 2 nutrients that directly support energy metabolism and muscle recovery. 2. Black beans. Coming in close behind are black beans, with about 15 grams of protein per cup. What makes them shine is not only their protein content, but also their exceptionally high antioxidant concentration, particularly anthocyanins, the same compounds found in blueberries. These antioxidants reduce oxidative stress and muscle inflammation, which means faster recovery after workouts. For active seniors, black beans provide a double benefit, building lean muscle while also protecting against cellular damage. 3. Soybeans. Soybeans, or edamame, as you often find them in the frozen section, are the undisputed protein powerhouse. With 31 grams of protein per cooked cup, they surpass nearly every other plant and even most animal sources. Research consistently shows soy protein to be one of the most effective for preserving lean muscle in older adults. However, I place them in third because they're not quite as versatile in everyday cooking. Still, as a quick snack or addition to salads, they are incredibly effective and one of the most studied foods in muscle health. 4. Kidney beans and chickpeas. These 2 kitchen staples tie for fourth. Kidney beans deliver 15 grams of protein per cup, while chickpeas come close with about 14.5 grams. Chickpeas, in particular, are what I like to call the gateway bean because of their versatility. Whether in hummus, roasted as a snack, added to salads, or blended into soups, chickpeas are easy to incorporate into daily meals. They also contain manganese and copper, trace minerals essential for energy production and connective tissue strength. 5. Split peas. Often overlooked, split peas deserve recognition. They provide over 16 grams of protein per cup and cook down into a soft, comforting texture that's easy to digest, making them an excellent choice for seniors who need a gentler food option. Split pea soup is a nutrient-dense, muscle-friendly comfort food that has been enjoyed for generations. Of course, one of the biggest concerns about beans is digestive discomfort, bloating, gas, or stomach upset. This is extremely common and often the first reason people give up on beans. But science offers simple and effective solutions. Soak them properly. Soaking beans overnight with about 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda per pound of beans can reduce gas-producing compounds, oligosaccharides, by up to 75 to 90%. Always discard the soaking water before cooking. If you forget, a quick soak, boiling for 2 to 3 minutes and letting them sit for an hour, works almost as well. Pressure cook them. This is the best method, especially for older adults. Pressure cooking not only improves digestibility more than any other method, but also reduces cooking time to 10 to 40 minutes, depending on the bean. Start gradually. Begin with just 2 to 4 tablespoons of cooked beans per day. Over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, your gut microbiome adapts to the fiber and resistant starch, dramatically reducing symptoms. By week 8, most people report that digestion has completely normalized, and beans become effortless to enjoy daily. To illustrate this, let me share the story of my friend Jane. For most of his life, he didn't pay much attention to nutrition. But about 20 years ago, he made beans the cornerstone of his diet. Today, at nearly 84 years old, Jane isn't just healthy, he's thriving. He plays competitive pickleball, cycles at least an hour every day, and goes to the gym 5 times a week. A unique part of his routine: she eats bean sprouts every day. And science backs him up. Sprouting can increase the protein content of beans by up to 38% and improve digestibility by about 20%. Jane's vitality isn't a rare case. Large-scale studies confirm similar benefits. For example, the Nurses' Health Study, which followed over 85,000 women over 60, found that higher plant protein intake was strongly linked to a lower risk of frailty, while higher animal protein intake actually showed the opposite effect. This means beans not only build muscle, but also help preserve independence and resilience in aging. And the benefits go even further. For your wallet, dried beans cost just $1 to $2 per pound, yielding 12 to 13 servings. The same amount of protein from chicken might cost $15 to $20. For those on a fixed income, beans are a budget-friendly powerhouse. For your body, unlike certain animal proteins, beans actively reduce inflammation, a process known as inflammaging that accelerates muscle loss and chronic disease risk. Each daily serving of beans is associated with a 10% reduction in cardiovascular disease risk. For the planet, producing beans requires about 5 times less water and energy compared to animal protein, making them one of the most sustainable protein sources available. So, when you put it all together, beans aren't just a muscle food, they're a longevity food. By preparing them properly and making them a regular part of your diet, you'll gain the triple advantage of muscle strength, financial savings, and better long-term health, all while contributing to a healthier planet. To bring everything together, let's go over the expert-backed strategies that will help you maximize your muscle-building results with beans. 1. Distribute your protein evenly. Top sports nutritionist Dr. Alistair Finch emphasizes the importance of protein distribution across the day. Instead of loading all your protein into one meal, aim for around 0.4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per meal. For someone weighing 165 pounds, 75 kilograms, that equals roughly 30 grams of protein per meal. This steady supply of amino acids supports continuous muscle repair and prevents long gaps when your body runs short of building blocks. Research shows that older adults, in particular, benefit from this approach because their muscles are less responsive to protein compared to younger individuals, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. 2. Use the balanced plate method. A simple way to guarantee complete protein and optimal nutrition is to follow the 1/4, 1/4, 1/2 rule. Fill 1/4 of your plate with beans or legumes, 1/4 with whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, or whole wheat pasta, and the remaining 1/2 with colorful vegetables. This not only ensures you're combining complementary amino acids for complete protein, but also floods your body with antioxidants, fiber, and micronutrients that support recovery, gut health, and long-term disease prevention. 3. Time protein around exercise. Beans are particularly powerful when paired with resistance training. Eating a bean-based meal 2 to 3 hours before a workout provides steady, sustained energy from complex carbs and protein. Then, having another protein-rich meal within 2 hours post-exercise maximizes muscle repair and growth. This timing strategy ensures that your muscles are fueled when they need it most. 4. Hit the right daily protein target. Experts agree that for older adults, the sweet spot for muscle maintenance and growth is 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For a person weighing 154 pounds, 70 kilograms, that's 84 to 112 grams of protein daily. This is well above the outdated minimum requirement, 0.8 g/kg, which is now considered insufficient for preserving muscle after age 60. And this isn't just theoretical, it's life-changing. Take Curtis, for example. At 80 years old, she decided to shift her diet to include beans daily. Within just a few months, she lost 14 pounds of abdominal fat, gained strength, and reported having so much energy that she could stay active late into the evening. Her transformation is echoed in large-scale studies like the Nurses' Health Study, which tracked 85,000 women over 60. It found that higher plant protein intake was directly linked to lower frailty risk and longer independence, something animal protein did not provide. Let's put 2 of the biggest misconceptions about plant protein to rest once and for all. Plant protein is incomplete. This belief comes from outdated rat studies published in 1914. Modern nutrition science has firmly debunked it. The American Heart Association confirms that a varied plant-based diet easily provides all essential amino acids for human health. Pairing beans with grains, like rice and beans, creates a complete protein profile as effective as meat. You need expensive protein supplements. This is more marketing than science. Whole food beans deliver not only protein but also fiber, antioxidants, minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds. A synergistic package that supplements simply cannot replicate. Now that you have the knowledge, it's time to put it into practice. Start your protein bank. Buy dried beans in bulk and cook 2 to 3 pounds on a Sunday. Portion and freeze them into single servings. They'll last up to 6 months without losing nutritional value. Introduce gradually. Week 1. Add just a quarter cup of lentils to your soup. Week 2. Add half a cup of black beans to dinner. Week 3. Try incorporating beans into breakfast, like a chickpea scramble. This slow and steady approach gives your gut time to adapt. Stay hydrated. As you increase fiber intake, drink at least 8 glasses of water daily. Hydration helps fiber move smoothly through your system, preventing bloating or discomfort. The evidence is overwhelming. Beans can and will support your muscle health after 60. They provide high-quality protein at a fraction of the cost of meat or supplements, while also reducing inflammation, protecting the heart, and improving long-term resilience. You don't need complicated diets, expensive powders, or miracle cures. You just need beans, prepared thoughtfully, eaten consistently, and enjoyed as part of a balanced lifestyle. The only real question left is this: are you ready to give beans the chance they deserve? And if you found this guide helpful, share it with a friend or loved one who could benefit from more strength and vitality after 60. Hit the like button, subscribe for more science-backed strategies, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a chance to take control of your health. Your muscles, your wallet, and your future self will thank you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.